Hey guys, it's Ariel and today I'm coming to you guys with another video. And for today's video, I will be sharing with you guys 10 Netflix show must-watches. So basically some shows that I have watched. I'll just be giving you guys a brief summary and telling you guys, when it came out, how many seasons are there, are they going to continue with some of the seasons, just some little things that I know about everything. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and make sure that you guys turn on your post notifications so you guys don't miss out whenever I upload more videos. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram at Erie_life so that you guys don't miss out on anything. So I'm gonna go on ahead and start off with my favorite show that I started watching on TV way before, and to be honest, I don't even think I ever watched any of the seasons on Netflix before, but I will definitely have to watch the latest season on Netflix because I didn't have any time to watch it, and that is The Walking Dead. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of The Walking Dead, but I love The Walking Dead. There are 9 seasons. The first episode actually came out in 2010. They still, currently are going on with the show and stuff like that. So I haven't seen season 9 yet. So I'm a little bit scared to see season 9, but So basically what The Walking Dead is about is this man, and his name is Rick Grimes, and he wakes up out of a coma. He's been in a coma for like a month, and he's walking around the hospital, and it's basically like, looking for nurses, a doctor, somebody, help, whatever. And there's nobody around, just nothing or whatever. He's a police officer or whatever, and basically he leaves out of the hospital, and it's basically the end of the world. Boom, zombie apocalypse, people eating other people, all types of stuff like that. He ends up going and finds his family, and him and his group move around a lot. I'm gonna let you guys know now, if you don't like shows where people die and you get attached to them or whatever, you will cry a lot on this show if you have favorite characters on here. There's a lot of people on the show who do die, and a lot of people on the show who have other things or whatever going on, so they end up having to leave the show, and then they end up having to kill them off anyway. The group ends up running into a lot of problems with really bad guys, such as like the governor or Negan or buku other groups who are out there in the world also trying to survive the zombie apocalypse, and they just want to take over or rule and just all types of stuff. So the next show that I have for you guys is Supernatural. Now, if you guys like demons and angels and just like ghosts or just anything like that, I definitely do recommend that you guys watch the show. The first episode aired in 2005. They still are going on with the show. There are 14 seasons. However, I have only watched 13 of the seasons, and I'm gonna wait till they put season 4 on Netflix, of course, because I rarely ever watch TV, and the only time I watch TV is if I'm watching The Walking Dead or SpongeBob. So your girl really doesn't ever watch TV.
Boy, if you don't get...
So basically what Supernatural is about is these two brothers, Dean and Sam Winchester, and they are hunters. They basically hunt demons and angels and just all different types of stuff like that. It's a really great show. There is a lot of death, like I said. A lot of people who die on the show do however come back, so if you get attached to some of the characters, then you can definitely kind of get away with that. But did you guys see how season 13 ended? If you guys watch Supernatural, I never watched season 14 yet, so hopefully it's like, bring him back, if you know who I'm talking about with him. But yeah, like the real him, if that makes sense. next show that I have for you guys is Vampire Diaries. If you love vampires, werewolves. There are 8 seasons. First episode ever aired in 2009. The show, however, there's no more episodes, but it gets better after this, okay? So basically what this show is about is also these two brothers, and oh my god, they are so cute. We have Damon and Stefan Salvatore, and basically they are vampires, and they've been living for a lot of years. That's all I'm gonna say. And basically they meet this girl Elena, and they go to this town called Mystic Falls, and they do bring a lot of trouble into her life. They do cause her to lose a lot of her loved ones. There's also some witches and stuff like that throughout the show, and it's definitely a really good show. I highly recommend it. You have to say that Elena does go back and forth between the brothers, but she really loves both of them. But then towards the end, she ends up with just one of them. But I can't believe how Vampire Diaries ended. Like, I love Vampire Diaries, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but just know that there's a lot of death. So, you know, and they're vampires, so some of them don't come back. Somehow some of them do. So the next show that I have for you guys is The Originals, and The Originals are actually like the original vampires, the first vampires that like the first vampires ever. And this show basically focuses more on the original vampires and how everything started. And they do have some characters from Vampire Diaries who do appear on the show, yes. And I forgot to mention that Vampire Diaries also has a lot to do with doppelgangers, and like, if you guys don't know what that is, it's just people who look exactly like you, sound like you, a different name from a different time. You guys will understand all of this if you guys would just watch it. But The Originals is basically a lot of vampires, werewolves, hybrids. Hybrids are basically, you know, you're half vampire, half werewolf. Crazy, yeah, I know. Next show that I have for you guys is actually one that is pretty recent, and it is from 2018, Haunting of Hill House. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. There's only one season. I'm pretty sure there's only going to be one season. I heard that it's based off of a movie. I've never seen the movie before. I don't know what the name of the movie is. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Hill House, but I've never seen it. But however, this show is basically about these kids, and they're in this house, and it's haunted, obviously. Something ends up happening to their mom, and they end up moving out of the house, and they end up getting out of the house. And throughout the entire show, they have these flashbacks of their childhood and things that happen. And some of these, they end up going back to this house, and a lot of bad things happen. People die. That's all I'm really gonna say. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. Just watch it. It's really good. If you like things with ghosts and scary stuff, I definitely recommend watching it. Next show I have for you guys is Once Upon a Time, and this is basically gonna be a really short summary for you guys because it's straight to the point type of storyline or whatever. 2010, there's 7 seasons. Season 7 was really crazy, but I'm not even going to explain season 7 because season 7 was just like, it was good, but it was like, why? Just why, you know? However, this show is basically about this little boy named Henry, and he has this storybook, and he lives in this town called Storybrooke. The town that he's living in is a lot of fairy tale characters such as Snow White, Prince Charming, the little dwarfs, the evil queen. Later on, see Peter Pan. So basically, if you love all that type of stuff, fairy tale this, fairy tale that, I definitely recommend you guys watching it. It's a really great show. Basically, he takes the book and he has to go find his real mom and get her to believe so that the curse can be broken, and all of these other characters that live in this town can know who they really are. The next show I have for you guys is Riverdale, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Riverdale. There's 3 seasons. The first episode actually came out in 2017, so that is also a little bit more recent, and they're still having some episodes come out. I have only watched 2 seasons because like I said, I don't really watch TV. I watch mostly Netflix, so once season 3 is out on Netflix, I will definitely be watching that and catching up on season 3. Basically, what the show is about is this guy named Archie, and he has a group of friends or whatever, and it basically starts off of someone being murdered in the town, and they basically help solve things. There's just a lot of crazy things that goes on in Riverdale. The next show that I have for you guys is 2 seasons, and it came out in the first episode was in 2017. And this show is a really sensitive show, so if you are a very sensitive person or really sensitive to certain things, I definitely recommend you to not watch this show. It's about this girl. You probably have heard about it even if you never watched the show before, because it's basically everywhere. It's about this girl named Hannah Baker, and she ends up committing suicide, and she makes all of these tapes about these different people and just saying like what they did, how she felt about them, all types of stuff like that. The next show I have for you guys is Anne with an E, and oh my gosh, I love Anne with an E. Anne with an E is basically buku happiness type of stuff. I mean, there is some sad things that happen throughout the show. As of now, there are only 2 seasons of Anne with an E. I think they're coming out with a season 3, so I'm definitely going to be looking out for that. Anne with an E is basically this girl named Anne, and she talks a lot. She really does. She talks a lot. She uses big words, but she is just such like a really smart girl. And basically the Cuthberts, their brother and sisters, is basically these two people, they're brother and sisters, Matthew and Marilla. They're looking to adopt a boy to help work on their farm. This show is basically like supposed to be around like the 1900s type of like set time period of the show. And this is like a recent show, and I'm pretty sure they're still coming out with more episodes and stuff like that. It's just a really great show. There's a lot of people who come around and try to use the Cuthberts and stuff, and it's just always around. And the last show that I have for you guys that I definitely recommend is Stranger Things. As of right now, there are 2 seasons of Stranger Things. There is a season 3 that is coming out. I saw it on Instagram just the other day, and I have to say that I am super excited for that. I will say that this show is basically about like these little monster type things. So let me go ahead and explain this show to you guys. It's about this guy named Will, and he has a bunch of friends, and basically a year later after he's found, he starts like having these dreams and basically going into the upside down, and then come to find out the upside down is real. So yeah, but if you guys like monsters and just different cool animated looking things, then I definitely recommend that you guys watch this show. So that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure that you guys give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you guys don't miss whenever I upload more videos. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram at Erie_life. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be.